Too many of those earbuds. Too many earbuds in my ears.
I like my earbuds.
I'm getting to it. Oh my god, all we've been watching with the kids is Bob's Burgers.
I love Bob Burgers.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to Our Life in Books, where we talk about our lives, books, and everything in between. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Samantha, and we're cousins.
Yay!
This week we're chatting about this month's Our Life in Books reading challenge genre, graphic novels.
Yes.
But first, what tea are we drinking?
So this week we are drinking tea from Plum Deluxe. They actually sent me 3 free samples to try. So I've got the Deluxe Pumpkin Spice Tea. It has honeybush and black tea, cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, cloves, calendula, and safflower. So lots of flavors in there. Oh, and of course pumpkin flavor.
And I am drinking Mindful Morning Black Tea. It's black tea, orange peels, blue cornflowers, bergamot oil, vanilla essence, and I think that's it. And it has caffeine, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I really like them.
Yeah. I really want to get on their website and try more, though, because, tea.
All the teas.
Right. All right, so what are you reading?
I'm actually listening to Consumed by J.R. Ward.
Ooh.
I checked it out in the library. Libby, your internet's really slow.
Yes.
But it is a romance.
I was wondering if it was a thriller or...
I think it's a thriller romance. It's
Okay.
taking forever to load.
So
what are you reading while it loads?
So actually last week before we went to the concert, I decided I was going to start Logic's book.
Oh, really?
Supermarket. Yeah. Because I was like, I want to at least have read it or be in the middle of reading it when we go.
Yeah,
So,
that's awesome.
I'm almost done with it. Actually, I read a lot of it on Saturday this week too. It is really good. It's just so weird and it's very meta.
Okay.
So the book is called Supermarket,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about a guy writing a book about a supermarket. So it's just very meta. It's very meta.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's good. Like I said, it's I don't know. I've seen a lot of really bad reviews, and I know that you and I are both like listen, if the book keeps my attention, it's a good book.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So like it's kept my attention. It's strange, and they're about halfway through you kind of finally figure out what's going on, but yeah, it's good. Like I said, it's just very meta.
Yeah.
So
Cool. That sounds interesting.
yeah.
So yeah, this is a romance. It is by J.R. Ward. I already said that, and she basically, Anna Ashburn is a woman consumed by her bitter family legacy, by her scorched career as a firefighter, and by her obsession with the department's bad boy Danny McGuire. I think it's basically about a firefighter and her love interest. I haven't really read a lot. I just started it, so yeah, I don't know. I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna try a romance to see if I can actually.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, I want to know how this romance goes on audio.
That's what I was curious. I was like, it's not a fantasy, so maybe I can keep up with it. But one day I tried to do it while I was doing work, and I completely couldn't hear it. I was like, all right, this isn't working.
Right.
So I might have to just listen to it maybe when I'm getting ready in the mornings or whatnot.
For me, it always depends on how much reading I'm doing while I'm working. Like, if I'm just doing things that I've done a million times or numbers, then I'm good. But if I have to read something, I have to pause whatever I'm listening to.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going to pay attention.
Mm-hmm,
Podcast or...
You start tuning out and just pay attention. Yeah, definitely. So what are the new releases this week?
So the only one that I tagged, because I really just want to talk about this one because I'm so excited, is The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black.
Oh, yeah.
It is the third and I believe final book in the Folk of the Air series that started with The Cruel Prince.
Yep.
I think that's the first one.
Yep, that is, because I have that
second
one. Oh my God, I don't know. I knew the first one.
I read the first
Dang
two.
it.
I'm really excited about the third. I pre-ordered it. I think I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, you did. I think I remember you talking about
You know what?
that.
It didn't come in the mail today, though. So I wonder
Wicked
if it's
King.
just late. Wicked King, yes. It's really good. I just love Holly Black. I think she's so great at writing fantasy. And I love fae stories. The stories that are about, these worlds that are hidden within our world.
Oh,
I just love it so much. So that came out today.
I love that.
Yay.
Well, I picked a Kindle Unlimited book
Oh, yeah.
on our theme, unless you had more new releases.
No, that was the only one that I really wanted to talk about.
Okay. I picked Attack on Titan by, oh no.
Jaime? Is it Jaime?
I looked up how to say it. Jaime Isayama, I think.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I looked it up. And that's a TV show, a popular TV anime show. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to put this one as the Kindle Unlimited book. So
was the anime show based on the graphic novel or the other way around?
Actually, I do not know.
Okay.
That'd be kind of cool to find out, honestly. Because I've seen the show, and it's really interesting.
Okay. You want to know something funny?
What?
So this is your Kindle Unlimited pick.
Yes.
And Comixology. What is that? That must be some kind of brand?
Yeah, it must be, because I saw we had the same brand.
Yeah.
Or it must, I think it's how you read it. Like, you can read it.
Okay. Because I saw that. And
like, it's like...
did we pick something like in the same universe?
Oh, I don't know. No, I kind of took it as like...
I've never heard of that, I guess.
Yeah, it says you can buy now and read this title for free on Comixology app or Comixology.com. Amazon's premier digital comic reading experience.
Oh,
okay. So maybe we should check that out, since, I mean, maybe it's better to read it instead of in a Kindle format to read it on that.
Right. That makes sense.
Oh,
I like
we'll have to check that out. Okay, so speaking of that, what's your prime reading pick?
So I know nothing about this book at all. I was just scrolling through the different graphic novels in Prime Reading.
Yeah.
And I came across this one, and I just really liked the cover, and I thought it sounded good.
Okay, it is fun. When you see artwork and covers, you're like, yes, I want to read this.
It's called The Dark by Mark Sable. So it says it's after a worldwide cyber war ends technology as we know it, a former super soldier teams up with a biopunk to fight the rise of a biological internet forcing humanity to connect to it, whether they want to or not. So I thought it sounded really good.
I love it. And I also really like the cover.
Right?
That's
and
so
it's called
cool.
The Dark. And you know how we love our darkness.
We love dark. And as soon as you started reading the synopsis, I was like, yes. Oh, I guess I didn't read this. I'm such a jerk. I didn't read the synopsis on Attack on Titan because I assume everyone's already watched it.
I have not watched it, but I've heard of it.
Okay.
So.
I'll read it really quick. In a post-apocalyptic sci-fi story, humanity has been devastated by the bizarre giant humanoids known as Titans. Ooh. Little is known about where they came from or why they are bent on consuming mankind. Seemingly intelligent, they have roamed the world for years, killing everyone they see. For the past century, what's left of man has hidden in the giant three-walled city. People believe their 100-meter-high walls will protect them from the Titans, but a sudden appearance of an immense Titan is about to change everything.
Oh, that sounds really good.
The show is so good, so that's why I was like, I'm definitely gonna look at this and see the artwork and stuff.
I love that we both picked graphic novels that are post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I love post. Oh, yes, yes. I do too. All right, on to book world news. Now we have. Do you want to talk about the listener suggestion first?
Sure.
That is basically it was our listener Hannah who sent this to us, and it says, sorry, this page doesn't exist. Super.
Oh no, did the tweet get deleted?
Yes, so let's see if we can remember it.
Because we talked about it, you and I
we talked about it because we were going to talk about it on the last T-Chats, but then we decided that it was better for a book.
Right.
Because it was more book related. So basically there was a tweet. It was Angie Thomas's tweet, so maybe the original tweet's still there.
It could be. There was an article put out about
the article's linked to if you want to give
oh yeah,
and I'll look for the tweet.
Perfect. So there was an article put out about this college that has a program where they assign a book for every freshman to read, and every freshman at the college has to read it.
Yes.
It's called Common Read. And they hit 10 years. And in the article, they're kind of talking about different books that they picked over the years. And this one person is quoted basically putting down Sarah Dessen and saying, oh, how did she say it? Said she's fine for teen girls, but definitely not up to the level of Common Read. So I became involved simply so I could put a stop to them from ever choosing Sarah Dessen, which obviously Sarah Dessen is a human being. So she saw this posted about her.
Yeah.
And so she tweeted about it and
she took a screenshot she tweeted about it.
Yeah, and was saying how hurt she was, and all the other authors on Twitter kind of gathered around her and were helping defend her and stuff. And the thing is,
Because
like,
they've all been there.
right, but the thing is that's crazy that this girl is like, oh, but Sarah Dessen is fine for teen girls, blah, blah, blah. Well, what's frustrating is, like, that little book club or whatever has picked The Hate U Give, which is technically a teen book.
Yeah, exactly.
So if The Hate U Give is good enough, why isn't Sarah Dessen? It's not like Sarah Dessen doesn't write about important things too.
Okay. So I found vulture.com. I found an article about it, which quote tweets her tweet because she deleted it. It says, authors are real people. We put our hearts and souls into the stories we write, often because it is literally how we survive in this world. I'm having a really hard time right now, and this is just mean and cruel. I hope it made you feel good. Which a bunch of, authors, jumped on it and was like, like,
came to her defense.
This isn't okay, and like you've done a lot for it. Okay, so it looks like I'm trying to catch up because we didn't catch up. Apparently, the news spread got to Nelson, the graduate student, and she said that she felt like her quote had been taken out of context.
What's the context, though? Because that's literally the only author mentioned in this whole article.
It says, I followed my evaluation of Sarah Dessen's work with a rationale advocating for 3 other books that I felt better address relevant social issues. Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson, Breath, Eyes, Memory by Edwig Danikit, and When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kenneth. She wrote to me an email noting the original news article. These books are beautifully written and push readers to stand against a racial inequality that the judicial system perpetuates, to consider the heritability and influence of traditional and drama, and to compete with what brings meaning to life. These themes are relevant not only in social justice epoch. I feel like you're just using too big of words here, lady. But they are especially meaningful and important for university students who, as emerging adults, are often engaging with social issues in a newfound sense of urgency.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, it's fine if she thought there were other books that more suited it. But, like,
why?
Whether it was her or the person who wrote this article, like, why did they have to single out Sarah Dessen like this? The only other authors mentioned in this article are authors that they've picked for their club.
Exactly. You didn't trash every other person that you didn't find suitable for that thing, which you don't need to.
It's just such a frustrating thing for them to even put in that article.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand it.
But yeah, so she had a bunch of authors kind of come to her aid and say, like, I'm so sorry, and
it says by Thursday, after the university had apologized to backlash, False Queen. Then a bunch of people got mad at Sarah Dessen for punching down, quote unquote. So Sarah Dessen actually has a tweet now.
Yeah, she does.
Pinned on her thing. It says, 2 days ago, I chose to post a screenshot of a quote from a newspaper article that was critical of my books. I want to apologize to the person who was quoted. I'm sorry. Like most authors, I hear all the time from people who don't like my work. It's part of the job. With a platform and a following, I have responsibility to be aware of what I put out there. I know this apology doesn't change what happened, but I am truly sorry. Moving forward, I'll do better. So I think it's for both of them. Mm-hmm. Watch what you say.
Right. Well, and that's the thing that's, about being quoted for a publication is, like, you have to always remember you're on the record. And so you have to know that what you're saying is going to be possibly published, and then it's immortalized.
Exactly. So, I mean, you guys will have to let us know your thoughts on that. We'll link all of the articles down below. We can't really link Sarah Dessen's tweet, but it's tweeted in the Vulture article that I read from.
Yep.
So,
crazy Twitter.
It was crazy. It blew up, and I think everyone just needs to be a little more self-aware and stop dragging people down.
Right.
Both sides.
Well, I think everyone had some nice things to say on both sides. Like, I'm just very frustrated with whoever wrote the article, honestly.
I think it all stems
from It was a
from
crappy
that.
quote.
Mm-hmm. Why put that quote in?
Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
Well, it's probably just trying to get clickbait.
Right. It just wasn't. It wasn't a necessary quote. You could have talked about all the other books that you did pick.
Exactly.
Rather than books that you didn't.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Okay. I found 2, since I was trying to stick with the genre, graphic novels, just because
Sorry, that's my
Oh,
computer.
I thought it was mine. I looked at myself like, dang it, Samantha. Because I felt like with the anthology genre, we found so much, and then I rage bought a lot of things, so it might happen again. So there's 2 epic read articles.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, I just blanked on that word.
Did you want to talk about this at all, or do you just want
Did
me to
I
link
skip
it?
something?
The Sarah Dessen, Beginner's Guide to Sarah Dessen.
Yes. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. I thought that was her tweet.
Wanna...
Thank you. I was like, what?
So on Penguin Teen,
Yeah,
we found this
yes.
Beginner's Guide to Sarah Dessen.
I forgot.
So if you've never read a Sarah Dessen, which I haven't.
I haven't. We own them.
Yes, we do. We have some on the shelves, but we've never actually read them. And, you know, after seeing all this go down, it really made us want to jump into Sarah Dessen's books.
Saint Anything has been on my TBR list for so long. It's on Book Outlet, and I want to buy it. But I hear all these I wish next time we're gonna screenshot
anything. Okay, that looks really
next
familiar.
time we're gonna screenshot things, because there was some good points in the people replying, being like, I read this because of this happened to me, and
right.
this
I think people were kind of reaching out to her and letting her know how important her books were.
Yes, not everybody was being negative.
Right. Regardless of whether Common Reads picked her books or not, her books are still important to some people.
Mm-hmm. And some people were saying why, and I thought that was really interesting. So it's like, dang it, I wish we would have screenshotted it. But yeah, I think it's really cool that there's like this little guide to Sarah Dessen.
Mm-hmm. The Truth About Forever, I feel like I've heard a lot about that one too.
That sounds really familiar.
I can't remember which one I have on my bookshelf.
I have, let me see.
I think I have Once and For All. Because it's got that flowery cover.
I have Lock and Key. And I have Lock and Key. I think that's it. Because I actually, after this article came out and everything like that, I grabbed it off my shelf I'm like, I'm going to read this book. So you can read about all of her books. They have like, about the books and then why we love this book.
Yeah, so you can, if you're interested in starting one of her books, you can kind of pick.
Or just interested about learning about her to like, maybe then pick her book. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now we can talk about the graphic novel.
Okay, yeah. Now the graphic. I'm just really excited because I think this our Life in Book reading challenge has really put me out of my comfort zone. Definitely. And I don't know a lot about graphic novels. So we found these 2 epic read articles. The first one is 29 must-read YA graphic novels to gather up for your collection.
And it's funny, as I'm scrolling through, I already see at least one that I had on my list.
Really?
We made lists of books, like graphic novels we've read, we want to read, the ones we're going to read for this month.
And sometimes we link articles, because I didn't look at these articles. I was just like, ooh, link. And then I didn't look at them again, because I didn't want to ruin my, like, what I want to read list.
Right.
So
yeah, I'm already seeing a couple that I have on my list.
Cool. So the first one is Nimona.
Yeah.
Written and illustrated by Noelle Stevenson, which is so cool that she wrote and illustrated it. Is this on your list?
Yes.
Because I saw dragons and I was like, Elizabeth.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's on my list. It's a fantasy, which, that kind of got me right away.
I like the artwork. I love artwork that's unique.
Well, so she's also the author and one of the illustrators for Lumberjanes, which we've talked about previously.
Oh, yeah.
And that, which is on Kindle. No.
Both.
Prime Reading.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the next is Legend, the graphic novel.
Yeah, by Marie Lu. So,
shoot. I didn't know that.
I assume they're doing all of the books if they're not already done yet. All the books in that series.
What series?
Legend.
Oh. I don't know if it was a series. I freaked out when I saw this one, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, the graphic novel. Are you kidding me?
I didn't know they had a graphic novel.
Me either. I think that's so cool.
And I really do like that series. That's another series that I really want to introduce the boys to because it's got a boy main character.
Oh, yeah. Which,
you know what? That was on our last 50 bookish questions, and I didn't even think about that. That's got a boy main character.
I didn't either.
Whoops.
The next one I'm so excited for.
Beautiful Creatures.
Beautiful Creatures by Kami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. And I just really like when a book comes out with imagery. So you can, like, I don't know, add more to, like, the world in your brain.
Yeah. Do we want to go through all 29?
No,
and
we
then
can
pick
just
a
start.
couple
Sorry,
more?
those were the two I was really excited about, so I want to get to
Yeah.
those. Do you have a couple more that you want to point out that maybe
So-
aren't on your list?
Oh, that aren't on my list.
Yes, because we're going to be talking about those
I
later.
know.
That's all I was pointing them out. Is Deadly Class, because I really want to read
Ooh.
this one. I saw the cover and I was like, yes, please.
I
It has a male lead.
want to point out this isn't on any of my other lists, but Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is on here,
What?
and that's on Prime Rating as
Sorry,
well.
I'm scrolling now to find it.
Yeah,
This is another one where I'm just opening up tabs.
I know. I'm gonna buy this one, and I'm gonna buy
get
this
this
one.
one,
Oh,
this one.
Lumberjanes, here it is on this list.
This one summer looks interesting.
What is it?
This one summer. Oh, Lumberjanes. Okay, I remember that.
Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer, which is the graphic novel for Lunar Chronicles.
Oh, cool.
That's in here, which, you know, Lunar Chronicles is one of those series that we haven't read yet, but really want to.
What's
so
that?
maybe this could be a nice, like, gateway.
Yeah.
I did wear my Lunar Chronicles necklace today. My
Oh.
moon.
So I wore it the other day, and then I was doing laundry, and the moon got hooked, and the chain broke. So I can fix it, but I was so upset. I was like, "This is why I can't have nice things. I should have taken off the jewelry before I did laundry."
Yep.
So frustrating. Okay, do you want to go to the next article?
Yeah. So this one is 9 graphic novel recommendations based on YA books.
Yes.
And this is also Epic Reads.
Yes. So I didn't know if you just want to pick one that looked good.
Oh, it's loading all the pictures. I didn't realize. Took a minute there.
Because it has a picture and then it has like a list of like things below. So I figured we could both pick like a book. Because there's like,
Oh, so it says
there's
like
18 options.
yeah, like if you like
Mhm.
Dread Nation.
Yeah. So I figured
I
we could
like
pick a
that.
couple. Like I like Shatter Me. So then I'm going to pick Shatter Me. And I'm going to pick,
Ooh, I'm gonna pick 3 Dark Crayons.
I figured you were. And I'll pick We Set the Dark on Fire. Those are my 2 picks. Unless you want one of those, and then I'll pick
No, that's
another
fine.
one.
What? Oh, Of Fire and Stars. I'll pick that because I know I
Yeah.
have that on my shelf. Okay.
Okay, so you want to go first with one of them?
Sure. So 3 Dark Crowns. If you like 3 Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake, then try Sleepless by Layla Del Duca and Sarah Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
It says Lady Poppy is guarded by, oh my gosh, what are all these words I don't know how to pronounce? Is guarded by Serenic, her faithful sleepless knight. But when a new king is crowned, an assassin threatens her life, ushering in a new and dangerous time. As Poppy and, what'd I say?
Senric? Nope, that's not how you said it.
Serenic?
Yep, there we go.
Work to discover who wants her dead.
They
They must navigate the dangers of life at court and their growing feelings for one another.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
I want to look at the cover really quick.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I really like that cover.
me too.
The cover's in the picture above.
Let me see. Oh, so they're below each. Shut up.
On the bottom one, the book, it's different. It's
Do you want to do one then?
Yeah.
All right. If you like Shatter Me by Tahir Mahaffey, then try Monsters by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takade.
Yeah.
Set in an alternative matriarchy, 1900s Asia, in a richly imagined world of Art Deco, inflected steampunk, Monstrous tells the story of a teenage girl who is struggling to survive the trauma of war and who shares a mysterious psychic link with a monster of tremendous power, a connection that will transform them both.
Yes, please. I feel like I'm gonna go order that one right now.
Yeah, and the artwork looks so cool.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds so good.
What's your next one?
If you like Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Colthurst, then try Moonstruck by Grace Ellis and Shay Beagle. Werewolf barista
Ooh.
Julie and her new girlfriend go on a date to a close-up magic show, but all heck breaks loose when the magician casts a horrible spell on their friend Chet. Now it's up to the team of mythical pals to stop the illicit illusionist before it's too late.
Ooh, that sounds cute.
Yeah, it does. I love the
Alright.
artwork on that too. It's so cute.
So do I.
All right, what was your other one?
Mine is If You Like We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor May K. Majai. I can't remember how to say her last name.
Oh my god, I didn't even see that there was a third picture. Yeah.
Majai? I think I'm butchering
Mia.
that.
Mia.
Mia?
Yeah.
We-
I don't know. I don't think you say the J, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I'll not say it. Taylor K. Mia. At the Medio School for Girls, distinguished young women. Oh, that's the for. So, oh my gosh. Okay.
It's okay. We got this.
I got hung up on the author's name. Then, okay, if you like We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K.
Maya? I don't know.
Then
We're trying our hardest here.
Then try Deadly Class by Rick Remender and Wes Craig. Welcome to the most brutal high school on earth, where the world's top crime families send the next generation of assassins to be trained. Murder is an art. Killing is a craft. At King's Dominion School for the Deadly Arts, the dagger in your back isn't always metaphorical.
Look at the cover.
Ooh, I love the cover. I also love the cover of
Self-Made. No, I was gonna say. Sorry, it's in that same picture.
No, I like that and Wayward. I like them.
Yes.
I like them all.
All these graphic novels
I know,
we need to read.
It.
Seriously, I just want to go order these books and then sit down and read.
I'm probably gonna order them. Okay, should we get on to this week's topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, we've kind of been sprinkling it through the entire episode this time. So this week is graphic novels. If you aren't, you should be joining the Our Life in Books reading challenge.
Yes.
You can read it. You can just join that month if it sounds like something you love or want to push out of your comfort zone. So yeah.
Yeah. So what are you going to read this month?
So I'm going to read Teen Titans Raven by Cami Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
It's by someone, I don't know who it's illustrated by. I didn't write that down.
I can't remember either. He's a really great artist, though.
Piccolo.
You can follow him on Instagram, and his artwork is amazing.
I got this on NetGalley, and I just love Raven.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I love
she's my favorite.
I'm still a person who watches Teen Titans Go. I have a lot in common with your sons.
I watch it. I've seen too much of it with my children.
I'll read the synopsis.
Okay.
When a tragic accident takes the life of 17-year-old Raven Roth's foster mom and Raven's memory, she moves to New Orleans to recover and to finish her senior year of high school. Starting over isn't easy. Raven remembers everyday stuff like how to solve math equations and make pasta, but she can't remember her favorite song or who she was before the accident. And when impossible things start to happen, Raven begins to think it might even be better not to know who she was before. But as she grows closer to her new friends, her foster sister Max and Tommy Torres, a guy who accepts her for who she is now, Raven has to decide if she's ready to face what's buried in the past and the darkness building inside her. Ooh, I'm so excited.
So I read this earlier this
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
My only tiny gripe is I'm curious if the version I got on NetGalley wasn't the full book, because it seemed like it went way too fast. Like it seemed like everything moved really, really fast. So, because a lot of times publishers do that on NetGalley, they only give you a part of the book.
Yeah, I've done that. That's actually made me go and buy a bunch of books.
Right, and then I don't realize it till I've gotten into the book. So I don't know. That could be part of it, or or
this
maybe
is the one on NetGalley
so because it's a graphic novel and they tend to
and you loved it.
Yeah.
Well, I let the NetGalley expire, so I already bought this. So I will let you know.
Oh my god.
If it's the same or not. You'll have to take a look at it. All right. So what are you reading this month?
Okay, so I bought this book on Amazon. I can't talk. Based on a recommendation from one of the Book Riot podcasts.
Oh, cool.
They were talking about how good this book was. So I went out and ordered it and haven't read it yet. So I figured this was the perfect time to do it. So it's called Bingo Love by T. Franklin. And then it looks like Jen St. Ong and Jay San are the artists and colorists. Mm-hmm. And then Cardinal Ray is the letterer. So here, I guess I can read the synopsis of this one.
Yes, please, because I have not heard of this one before.
It says, when Hazel Johnson and Mary McRae met at church bingo in 1963, it was love at first sight. Forced apart by their families and society, Hazel and, Marie or Mary?
I will say, I'm sorry.
Mary.
Yeah.
Both married young and had families. Decades later, now in their mid-60s, Hazel and Mary reunite again at a church bingo hall, realizing their love for each other is still alive. What these grandmothers do next takes absolute strength and courage.
Aww.
Oh, it sounds like the sweetest, most heartbreaking story ever.
Goosebumps.
Right? So yeah, they did warn that this book will make you cry, but I think I'm okay with that because it just sounds so freaking sweet.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's sitting on my bookshelf, and it's fairly thin because most graphic novels aren't like crazy thick.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just feel like I was waiting for a chance when I wanted to cry.
Yeah. Shoot, right?
So maybe it'll be tonight because it's been a fun week already.
You just walk in. Alex is like, what? And you're like, I'm ready to cry.
This is happening.
Okay, so next is the list of graphic novels
we have read.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to go first? You can go through your couple, and then I'll read the one I've read.
So we've already talked about Teen Titans Raven.
Yes.
And then this is one of my favorites, actually. I really love this book. It's called The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. It's so adorable. It's about a girl who is really, really good at making dresses, and she gets hired to be the dressmaker. Well, I think. Now I'm trying to remember how this works. She must be get hired to be the palace dressmaker or something like that. But she finds out it's for the prince because he likes to go out at night dressed up as a woman. And it's just like the sweetest thing. She's such a good dressmaker, and she's like they have such a great friendship, and it's just so sweet. I love this book so much. And I love Jen Wang's art too. Like, she's so good. She's another one you can follow on Instagram and see all of her amazing artwork. It's so adorable.
That sounds so... Oh, I remember you talking about it. The cover looks so familiar.
I really love it. I remember... Because I think this might be one of the ones that I had 2 copies of. And so I, forced it on my niece.
Oh, yeah.
Her and I read a lot of the same books. She's actually a young adult. And I read a lot of young adult. So I think this is one that I was like, here, go read this. Yeah. It's really good.
What's another one you've read? Because I've only read one. So we might as well go
this is one of my very favorite graphic novelists. I don't know if that's a thing. Okay. But her name is Tilly Walden. Her first book I read is called Spinning, and it is kind of a memoir about when she was a young girl. She was an ice skater. I couldn't think of like a competitive ice skater, and she was always going to practice really early in the morning, and she was very disciplined and stuff. And it's kind of, her coming of age and her realizing she's been doing this her whole life, but does she love it? And also she might not like boys like she feels like she's supposed to, and it's just really good. It's really sweet. She's another one I follow because I just love her stuff. Yeah. And so then, of course, I had to read another one of hers that she came out with. Ooh. This year, I believe it's earlier this year. It's called On a Sunbeam, and this one is more sci-fi. Oh. But it's really good. It's people traveling in spaceships to different planets, and it's like found family with a ragtag group of people, that are all. It's just so good. Yeah. I love her stuff so much.
I like her artwork. It's cute. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll go over the one I've read because I didn't realize I haven't read a lot of them. You would think I have, but I haven't. So the one I've read is the Daria Diaries by Anne Bernstein. Mm-hmm. I was and still am obsessed with Daria because I just feel like I relate to her a lot, when she just is like, and it's very sarcastic, and I'm like,
and wears a lot of black,
and I was like, me, and that was like when I was younger, I was like, that's me right there. And it just says, if you'd like to share a very special glimpse into the innermost hopes and dreams of a sensitive teenage girl, keep moving. And it's just I don't have the copy with me. It's at my mom's. Mm-hmm. But it's very nostalgic. It's just goes through her everyday life, and you get to introduce all the characters. Mm-hmm. So it's just, I don't know, it's really cute. I really like it.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Because I don't know that I ever actually watched Daria. Maybe when I was at your house, but I
was obsessed.
I know it's not a show that I watched religiously on my own or anything.
I always watched Daria. I didn't understand it.
I feel like I would have liked it. I don't know why I never watched it, but
I don't know. And I definitely loved it, but now watching, because you can watch it back on Hulu. There is somewhere I've been watching it. I've been rewatching it, and I get a lot more of the humor now. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Oh, that's adorable.
What other graphic novels have you read?
Okay, so this one is one that I'm obsessed with. So a lot of these, I did want to mention, a lot of these graphic novels start off as webcomics. Yeah. And I think Check Please by, hold on, I was going to say this. I knew how to say it. Nope, I don't know how to say it. Ngozi Ukazu?
Ukazu.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. This was one that I read online, and then they came out with the like bound copy, and I think you ended up getting it.
Yes. Where did I get that at, though?
Was it Fierce Reads? Was it at the Fierce Reads party?
Yes, and you're like, I really want that. And I was like, you can have it. I'm not going to read it.
So it's about this hockey player. I think his real name is Eric, but he goes by Biddy. He's a vlogger, and it's his first year in college, and he's on the hockey team, and then he gets to move into like the hockey team house where like the whole team lives, and he bakes pies, and he's so freaking adorable. I love him, and I love all of them. And it's like, you know, it's got hockey players on the front, but it's not a sports book at all.
Yeah.
It's just so freaking cute. I love it so much. And so this one is a webcomic. I'm pretty sure you can still read the new ones as she comes out with them on her website.
Oh, it's on her website.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
on
know if
her
there was
website.
like a place, you know, kind of like Wattpad for like graphic comics.
I will find it and link it in the show
Okay.
notes. But it's just so, I just love it so much. But yeah, a lot of these, I think Tilly Walden too, possibly, you can see a lot of her stuff on her website. I feel like one of hers was a webcomic before
Oh, okay.
it was a book.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of them are just do some Googling, because that's how you find a lot of these really awesome. Okay, so then another one I read is Spill Zone by Scott Westerfeld.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, so he's the same
I know
author
that
as
name.
The Uglies.
Yeah.
So this is another one of those post-apocalyptic stories
Yes.
about a girl and her little sister, I believe. And like, you know, the big sister is just trying to save her little sister, and they live in this really scary post-apocalyptic world.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also, I'm trying to remember how this goes because it's been a while since I read it, but I think her little sister doesn't talk, but the only thing she talks to is a doll, and it's this really creepy doll that like maybe talks back.
No.
Also, yeah, and so it's a whole series. I've only read the first one, but it's really, really good, and I like the artwork on that too, because it's like the colors are simple,
Yeah.
but it just gives you that dark, gritty feeling.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah. And then the last one I wanted to talk about is the series that I'm currently reading with my kids called Last Kids on Earth, by Max Brallier.
Yeah.
And Douglas Holgate.
So yeah, every time, like, yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
That's it.
You're just like cheering me on
Yep.
in my terrible pronunciation. This is a really adorable series about a group of kids just trying to survive the end of the world. These monsters have suddenly appeared on their planet. Well, on planet Earth. There's zombies, but then there's also like this crazy wormungulus that they have to fight. And then there's all these different monsters, and they name them all. And my only problem, and I think I talked about this on another episode, was Jack is very like quote unquote typical boy. Like most of the first book he spends trying to save this girl that he liked.
Yeah.
And when he rescues her, she basically says, "Hey, I don't need saving," which I really love. Like,
Yeah.
I love that they kind of came back around to try and show him, like, she doesn't need you to save her.
Yeah.
So that was my only
exactly.
gripe with the thing, which I feel like they kind of fixed.
Yeah.
But no, it's really cute. The boys really love it. It's got a lot of, like, humor, but it also has those scary bits where they're, like, trapped and, you know, maybe they'll get killed by this monster. And obviously
Yeah.
they're not going to because there's 5 books. But it's really good. It's adorable. And it's fun for, you know, for us to read as together. All of
Yeah.
us together.
Cute.
Yeah.
Okay, now on to the list of graphic novels we want to read.
So many.
So many.
There's so many.
We have a lot. Okay, should we just start at the top?
Yeah.
Because we're both, I think basically each of us
Yeah,
want to read all
right.
of them. Mooncakes by Suzanne Walker.
Was this the one that... Nope. This is a different one.
Oh, this is a different one than what you
No,
want to talk about?
no. The one that I got recommended on that Epic Reads thing, it was Moon something, but I don't think it was Moon
Oh,
Cakes.
was it Mooncakes? I thought it was. Okay.
I don't think so.
No, I think you're right. No, it wasn't. Because this one, yeah, it looks really cute. And the artist is Wendy. You? Zoo or you? Can't remember how it's pronounced. It says a story of love and demons, family, and witchcraft. And I
Yes,
love witches,
right?
Nova
Wang.
Wang knows more about magic than your average teen witch. She works with her grandma at her grandmother's bookshop.
What?
Right, she's us. Where she helps them loan out spell books and investigate any supernatural occurrences in their New England town. One fateful night, she follows reports of a white wolf in the woods, and she comes across the unexpected. Her childhood crush, Tam Lang, battling a horse demon in the woods. As a werewolf, Tam has been wandering from place to place for years, unable to call anything home. Pursued by dark forces eager to claim the magic of wolves and out of options, Tam returns to Nova for help. Their latent feelings are rekindled against the backdrop of witchcraft, untested magic, occult rituals, and family ties, both new and old, in this enchanting tale of self-discovery.
That sounds amazing.
Doesn't it sound so good? I was like, yes, give me.
Oh, I want to read it right now. A witch that works in a bookshop?
I know. I was like, that's our life.
That's the life we wish we had. Oh, my Lanta.
I know. This next one I put here because, one, it looks really cute and I feel like the boys would like it, and also I would like to read it. The Secret Spiral of Swamp Kid. Isn't that so cute?
Yes. That's adorable. It's by Kirk Scroggs.
Yeah. It says, warning, unless you have express permission from Russell Wainwright to access his notebook, do not read any further. Seriously, we mean it.
Aww.
I just think it looks so cute.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe they haven't heard of it.
I know. It's just like, it has like doodles.
It just came out October 1st. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, if you're still with us.
Present.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I could get that. I could get for him. Okay, if you're still with us, here is what we can share. Russell is a middle schooler. He excessively doodles and has two best friends, Charlotte and Preston. He is not so great at sports, and he is pond scum. Nicknamed Swamp Kid by his classmates. Russell has algae for hair, Tring Trunk for right arm, and a carrot for a finger. Also, Russell's favorite meal is sunlight, so a frog lives on his arm.
Goodness.
Isn't that so cute? It just...
I think that sounds amazing.
I think the boys really like it.
Yeah.
So that's why I put that on the list.
My God. I gotta add it to their Christmas list.
You do need to add it because it looks adorable.
I love that.
And it's like doodles, which they both like Weston really likes, but they both kind of like to doodle. And it's like, I looked at previews and it's like doodles all over.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay. And then this next one I feel like I need to talk about because it's the only scary book I've ever read. So that's why it's on this list. Well, not the only, but it's an R.L. Stein graphic novel.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
Beyond the Scare School.
Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that funny?
It's a middle grade too.
So I thought some of these I'm like, oh, the boys would love these. So I'm going to add it.
And this one came out in 2019 also.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It says, surviving middle school is hard enough, but when Jess, Josh, and Margot encounter a strange and deadly creature wandering the halls of the Scare School, it leads them to a sinister secret in the boiler room.
Oh,
Doesn't that sound so fun?
It sounds so adorable.
I feel like the boys might like that too, since we both read the same scary level.
Right. So
I think they've read more R.L. Steins than I have.
Probably. So they were just telling me today some books that they want for Christmas, and it melted my little heart that they want books for Christmas, first of all.
They're so sweet.
But
I
feel like
good kids.
I'm going to add these books that they've never even heard of to their list.
I think that'd be fun just to be like, here's the books, but then here's some other books that we found because we're big nerds.
I love it.
Isn't that sound so cool?
Yeah. I just love it.
Same. I really wanted to. And if you want to see like the artwork and stuff, Amazon, if you go and click on the sometimes if you go and click on the cover. I just made a box with my fingers. You can see like what the art style's like, and I really like that.
Oh yeah,
isn't that neat?
Yes.
It's kind of like
it's very comic booky.
Very comic booky. So I did that with all the books
because that is kind of the thing about some of these graphic novels. Some of them are set up like comic books where it's got like a box and it's like very like extreme. You know what I mean? Like it reminds me of like the old Batman. It's like blah blah blah.
Or I'm like, thinking of
or like
Mad
Kapow
Comics.
and whatever. But then some of them are, I don't know, like the artwork is just set up different. It's much more like soft and like soothing, and it's not like, I don't know, like when I think of those old comic books, I think of like the big like the Kapow and like
Yeah, definitely.
So some of them are set up like that, and then some of them are a little like, it's just like reading a book, but then it happens to have pictures.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, what is the next one?
Runaways by Rainbow Rowell.
It's a series, and I picked it, I think, just because of Rainbow Rowell.
Yeah. I didn't know she had a graphic novel series.
Either. I linked all of them because I had never heard of it. And the illustrator is Chris Anka. And it says, "Get ready to run." The It book. Oh, okay, that's like the thing, right?
Yeah.
The heart of the Runaways died years ago, but you won't believe how she returns. Superstar author Rainbow Rowell makes her Marvel debut with a fan favorite, This series that will shock you and break your heart. Did Chase and Garrett's love? I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. Is it like off something?
2000s, the original cast is back.
Oh, so this is from something else? I don't know. I just saw
Well, it
Rainbow
said
Rowell.
Marvel, so I feel like it's superheroes of some kind.
Let me see the cover. Maybe. I don't recognize them, though.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about superheroes, but I don't know who this is.
It says start with the originals. Well, what are the originals?
Is it just called The Runaways?
That could be. You should. Let's see.
You will learn with us.
Let's
and if
all
you already
learn
know,
together.
what have you seen that meme where it says, the closest you could ever feel to being a ghost is listening to a podcast where people don't know the answer to something and you're just sitting there screaming and they can't hear you.
I actually did that to an episode. Oh my gosh. Real quick. So I was sitting there. This is an example of how, remember how when we first started podcasting, we would talk before?
Mm-hmm.
And now we can't do that because I was trying to describe T-chats apparently when we first started it. And backtrack. I was trying to describe last podcast cast on the left side stories.
Okay.
And that's kind of where I got the idea to do T-chats with this podcast. But apparently I didn't say that. But I had said that to you before. I'd used that comparison. But in the podcast I didn't. So Nick did the thing where he was yelling at the podcast, being like, why don't you just compare it to side stories? And I was like, or T-chats and side stories. And I was like, I did in my brain. And I did before. But I didn't do it when we were talking.
Right, when we were actually recording.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
our bad.
So I found this. If my internet would go a little faster. Runaways is a superhero comic book series published by Marvel Comics. The series features a group of teenagers who discover that their parents are part of an evil crime organization known as Pride. Originally, the series featured a group of 6 kids whose parents routinely met every year for a charity event. One year, the kids spy on their parents and learn they are the Pride, a criminal group of mob bosses, time travelers, dark wizards, mad scientists, alien invaders, and telepathic mutants. The kids steal weapons and resources from their parents and learn that they themselves inherited their parents' power.
Cool.
I mean, it sounds pretty good.
It does sound really good.
Huh. Mm-hmm. So she must have revamped the series.
Must have.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool. And then there was another one by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks called Pumpkinheads.
Yes, I've heard of this.
Okay, I thought you had, so that's why I was
I really want to read it.
What's it about? Do you know?
No, but it looks cute.
Right? It looks so cute. And it's Rainbow Rowell. So I
was going to read the synopsis, but apparently I clicked on something.
No.
How do you say her name? Deja?
Deja
and Josiah are seasonal best friends. Every autumn, all through high school, they've worked together as the best pumpkin patch in the whole wide world. Not many people know that the best pumpkin patch in the whole wide world is in Omaha, Nebraska, but it definitely is.
Hey,
they say they say goodbye every Halloween and they're reunited every September 1st. But this Halloween is different. Josiah and Deja are finally seniors, and this is their last season at the pumpkin patch. Their last shift together. This is their last goodbye. Josiah is ready to spend the whole night feeling melancholy about it. Deja isn't ready to let him. She's got a plan. What if, instead of moping and the usual slinging lima beans down at the succotash hut, they went out with a bang? They could see all the sights, taste all the snacks, and Josiah could finally talk to that cute girl he's been mooning over for 3 years. What if their last shift was an adventure?
Oh, that sounds so cute.
Doesn't it sound cute?
I like the artwork, too.
Yeah, this came out just this year in August. So I was seeing like a lot of hype about it, but, I didn't get it because too many books to read.
True. Okay, the next one is Black Canary, Ignite by Megan Cobot. I just picked this because...
Wait, Meg Cabot?
Meg Cabot, what'd I say?
Cobot?
Cobot. And Kara McGee is the illustrator. Shush.
Meg Cabot, isn't that the author of Princess Diaries?
Sure.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, please look it up.
Yes,
I just really like the name Black Canary. That's why I picked this one. And it had like black birds on it.
It says it right there. From the number 1 New York Times bestselling author of The Princess Diaries comes Black Canary Ignite.
Sick. Didn't read any of this.
Graphic novel.
13-year-old Dinah Lance knows exactly what she wants, who she is, and where she's going. First, she'll win the Battle of the Bands with the 2 best friends. Then she'll join Gotham City Junior Police Academy. So it's in the do you know what Gotham City is?
Shut it. I will murder you.
It's where Batman is. Just so you know.
I do know this.
Okay, I didn't know. So she can solve crimes just like her dad. Who knows? Her rock star group of friends may even save the world, but first they'll need to agree on a band name. When a mysterious figure keeps getting in the way of Dinah's goals and threatens her friends and family, she'll learn more about herself, her mother's secret past, and navigating in various power chords of life.
So, it says, with expressive and energetic art by Kara McKee. Wait.
McGee?
Kara McGee?
Yeah, what about it? Who's that?
Kara McGee? Oh my god, she's the reason I found Adagio Teas. If that's the same person. Hold on, I'm freaking out right now.
Sorry, I just clicked on another one. It looks so
It is!
cute.
Oh,
who is she?
She makes a bunch of fandom teas, and I've ended up following her because of her
Adagio?
art and stuff. Yeah.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
Yeah, I found her through Adagio. Like, that's how I found Adagio and everything, because I used to be in this, what is it called? Like a group where you get partners and then, like, get gifts for each other and send it in the mail and blah, 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 whatever that's called. Anyway, I used to be in a group for that for, like, Sherlock Holmes. Mm-hmm. And I ended up finding her teas because of that, because she has some Sherlock teas, and then just, like, everything spiraled from there. So anyway, that's really exciting that she...
That's really cool. It looks like she's an illustrator for a lot of books.
Yeah, she's really blown up, because, like, I feel like when I first found her, or when I, first started following her and stuff, like, she didn't have quite as much stuff, but...
Yeah.
Oh, it's so exciting.
That is.
I love that.
Okay, what's the next one? I love that. Okay, what's the next one?
Sorry, as I'm still freaking out. So the next one you have on the list, Making Friends by
I lost my spot.
Kristen Goodsnook.
Good snook. Just butchered that. I don't know. I just thought it looked really cute.
It is cute. I love that artwork. And it's another middle grade. It's about It says 6th grade was so much easier for Danielle. All her friends were in the same room and she knew what to expect from her life. But now that she's in 7th grade, she's in a new middle school. Her friends are in different classes and forming new cliques, and she's completely lost. Aww. When Danielle inherits a magical sketchbook from her eccentric great Elma, she draws Madison, an ideal best friend that springs to life right off the page. But even when you create a best friend, it's not easy navigating the ups and downs of relationships. And before long, Danielle and Madison are not exactly seeing eye to eye. To make matters worse, Danielle has drawn the head of her favorite and totally misunderstood cartoon villain, Prince Neptune. He's also come to life and is giving her terrible advice about how to make people like her. When she rejects him and he goes on a rampage during a school pep rally, Danielle and Madison have to set aside their differences to stop him. That sounds adorable.
Doesn't that sound so cute?
Oh, I love that. I feel like that sounds like another one like the boys would like.
I know. I think that's why I put it on there. If there's like middle grade ones, I'm like, yes, the boys might like this. I'm going to put it on here.
And this is published by Graphics, which they always have like really good graphic novels.
Yeah.
Graphics. Okay. So the next one I added on here was Nemoa by Noelle Stevenson, which we kind of talked about a little bit.
Dragons, science, symbolism, nemesis.
Yeah. It all sounds great.
Yep. It does sound really good.
And it sounds like she's got a couple different things going on. So there's that one.
And then
Lumberjanes. That was the other one that's...
Yeah. But I want to talk about, like, did we read the synopsis?
For which?
Lumberjanes?
Lumberjanes. Previous episode, I think we did.
All right, good.
But yeah, it's all about
because I love the artwork. Yes, I just love it. I love it so much. Oh,
so freaking adorable.
It's so cute. Well, you guys will have to let us know what your favorite graphic novels are and which ones we've missed that we really need to read.
Yeah, and which one you're gonna pick this month.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's just so many out there. Really. There's so many.
And I think once you dive into the genre, you see how many. But I don't think that they're like popularized a lot in like culture, I guess.
Yeah.
And at least in the articles and stuff that I read.
Okay, so here's something a little funny and a little related. I was gonna say most of the time when you think graphic novel, you think comic book.
Yes.
But it's really evolved into so much something completely different. And it's not all just, comic books. And even comic book, fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. Someone's reading, right? So anyway, this is not on the topic of comic books, but so my hairstylist asked, she knows that I take pictures of books and stuff, and she doesn't quite get it. But last time I came in, she said, so what are you reading? And I said, it's a fantasy book. And she looked at me and she said, what does that mean? And I said, it has like magic and stuff. And she goes, oh, I didn't know if you meant like 50 Shades of Grey kind of fantasy. And I was like, no, that's not, nope.
That's not what that's called.
Nope. So anyway, I just think that like a lot of times people get things confused.
Yeah. Well, definitely. If it's not like that, I definitely do that where I'm like, with anything, you just kind of assume other people
know what you're talking about. Yeah, I said fantasy, and then I was like, oh my God, how many other people have I said that I'm reading fantasy to? And they think that I mean
50 Shades of Grey.
Sexual fantasy.
You're like, wait, no.
No, I mean like magic and nerdy stuff.
Yeah, magic is real. No, I'm just kidding.
Magic and witches and all that such.
All the witches.
I'm an adult now. Cut my hair.
And you like whip out your book.
Oh, good.
Oh, all right. Well, we better get going. We've got more tea to drink and books to read. All of our socials are down below. Make sure to read and review the podcast on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, please.
It really helps people find us. We also see your comments on Podbean and on YouTube. And
yes, because shout out to whoever said that they played, what's it called? Nuclear Winter with their sister. That's amazing.
That's
and
awesome.
I love that
and
so much.
We did a mini episode. We're going to do another full episode. We just need to find more characters. That
right. I think we have a series in mind, but we just got to get everything kind of worked out.
And I'm actually trying to think of other games we can play because I just think they're kind of fun. And
games that don't require
visuals.
Yes. That's the word I was looking for.
That's the word. Come get personal with us on Patreon. We have a Discord.
We do.
It works.
It's supposed to send the invite to you. Patreon is, but if it doesn't, just contact us and we can get you an invite sent.
Yes. And we're going to create emojis and we might do like some live stuff. We don't know.
Yeah.
We're just going to take advantage of all of the fun things.
We're going to figure it out as we go.
Yes. And if you are any kind of fan of just listening to two girls freak out about Love Island, Australia, we're going to be doing like a mini episode on Patreon as well.
Yes.
About that because Love Island, Australia season 1 is on Hulu and we've got a lot of thoughts about it.
I have so many feelings.
It's so good. And some other people told us to watch 90 Day Fiancé and all those other things and then talk about them. So we might be doing that as well. It's kind of a, I don't know, reality / trash TV. Trash TV. It's trash TV and we get to rant about it. So if you watch it too and you want to rant with us, that'd be fun.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for listening and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.